Welcome to a special edition of Jesse Watters Primetime. I'm Judge Jeanine Pirro, in for Jesse. It was a Biden affair on Capitol Hill today as the president's brother Jim Biden testified behind a closed-door deposition over his family's shady business dealings. Much like the other visits of the Biden family to Capitol Hill, it became a circus.
Okay, guys.
President of the United States. Did Hunter smoke crack at the White House?
Inside, the circus went on. Jim Biden saying that in his 50-year business career, his brother Joe Biden, quote, has never had any involvement or any direct or indirect financial interest. But a labyrinth of shell companies, loan repayments, and sworn testimony from Jim's former business partners paint a completely different picture. That's on top of the left-wing outlet Politico, this week reporting that, quote, Joe Biden was a central element of Jim Biden's pitch to potential partners and investors in a deal with a hospital chain that collapsed amid a fraud scandal. So to say that the president's brother didn't benefit from his name would be a flat-out lie. But lies are all Democrats have. As the House impeachment inquiry continues to air Biden's dirty laundry, Democrats are looking for a quick way out. So they're dusting off the old Russia playbook.
Not only is there no evidence of any wrongdoing by President Biden, but it now appears as if the House Republican majority is being used by Russia to interfere in the 2024 election on behalf of Donald Trump. If they continue with this investigation, they are simply doing the work of Vladimir Putin to help Donald Trump win an election in November. It tells you the real danger that our Congress is in right now, having been held captive by Donald Trump and now operating at the behest of Russian intelligence and Vladimir Putin.
You've heard this all before. It's the Russia hoax all over again. This time it comes after an interestingly timed indictment accusing an FBI informant of lying to investigators about an alleged $10 million bribe between the Ukrainian oil company Burisma and the Bidens. Back in October, Chuck Grassley reported this informant, Alexander Smirnov, was thoroughly vetted by two separate FBI field offices, which found, quote, no hints of Russian disinformation. Now, Joe Biden's Department of Justice says Smirnov, who spent over a decade on the FBI's payroll, giving them credible information, is a liar who had high-level contacts with Russian intelligence. Democrats think this is grounds for dropping impeachment. It's the Democrats' favorite talking point now. And Jamie Raskin is already saying, close the books.
It's a conspiracy theory made up by Russian intelligence, pumped through Smirnov into America. And then they picked it up and they've been running with the football ever since. But it should be over now. They should close down the circus. It's over. What will they do? Will they just move on to a new lie, a new conspiracy theory?
Even the partisan media wants the Biden investigation to end.
Given this new information about somebody who is acting more like a Russian, operative than anything else, I think, they're going to have to pull back. And what they decide to do and how they decide to do it without having egg all over their face, I think, is trying to put the blame elsewhere.
But they're the ones who have egg on their faces. Democrats are acting like this whole case relied on Smirnov, but that's simply not true.
It doesn't change the fundamental facts.
You say it doesn't change the facts. It does change the facts. Those are no longer facts. Those are not true.
The four things I just said, they're absolutely true.
But
did Hunter Biden get put on the board of Burisma? Yes. Was he paid $1 million a year? Yes. Did Joe Biden condition the release of tax money for the firing of the prosecutor who was applying the pressure? Yes. All four of those things are facts, absolutely, regardless of what the confidential human source may or may not have said.
What do you mean?
And the trove of evidence has been out in the open for years. The emails, text messages, photographs of the big guy with Hunter and Jim's business partners. The sworn testimony from the Biden family business partners who say Joe Biden was the brand. The bank records and wire transfers that showed the Bidens made over $24 million from their crooked ties with China, Ukraine, and Russia. If everything the Bidens were selling was perfectly above board, ask yourselves, why did the Bidens set up 20 shell companies to move their money around? It might all be new to CNN because they've been pretending like all of this never existed. And the one question that no one's been able to answer is, what were the Bidens selling? This is all a classic misdirection by Democrats. Deny, deflect, and discredit. These allegations against this informant only gives Democrats another excuse to call Trump a Russian asset.
What do you think Putin has on him, on Trump?
Well,
oh, that's a good question. What has he got?
I actually think that
Money.
Donald Trump views himself as a Putin-esque
Leader.
dictatorial figure.
Yeah.
He said it.
Yes.
And we should believe him that he wants to go down this road. And that's the problem that we're encountering with some of my Republican colleagues, that there's a growing pro-Putin faction in the Republican Party, and it's led by Donald Trump.
While they're at it, they get to smear the whole Republican Party, too.
I know they're really stupid people in Congress. They go, these communists. They throw that word around, having absolutely no idea what that means, no idea what Marxism means. They just like, anybody they're opposed to is either a pedophile or a Marxist. That shows you, again, how bankrupt intellectually, how bankrupt philosophically, how bankrupt spiritually the Republican Party is. I just got to keep saying it. Donald Trump loves Russia so much he should move there. If he moved there, he'd hate it.
But if smears and Russia hoaxes are all the Democrats have for 2024, they're in for a rude awakening on November 6th, when they realize the American people are a lot smarter than they think.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.